We're with Ozzie Brown from the University of Scranton track and field program here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service here at our Carol and Janelle hanging out at the Bocce Courts. And Coach, welcome to the pizza capital of the world.
Oh yeah.
It's been a fun run so far, and there's still some more of the season to go.
Definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about getting yourself acclimated here to northeastern Pennsylvania and track and field at the U.
Well, track and field in the U is it's going well right now. We had a big showing this year. At one point we had over 80 athletes on the team. Things have dwindled down a little bit. We're at sitting about 60 plus on our team right now. I'm excited for next year. We're only graduating 5, and we have over 30 kids coming on the team next year, which are definitely going to help bolster our ranks, and really excited to get things going. So.
A lot going on, a lot of events. You're very familiar with track and field at the college level. Take us back, and I know we talked last year, but take us back to some of your coaching background, and then, you know, earning that job at the University of Scranton as the head guy.
Well, I was a former national champion in the decathlon and a long jump, so I can coach anything. I have a background of coaching different events. I've coached throws, jumps. I've had success, more success with the jumps, and particularly high jump, which I'll talk a little bit more about later on. But definitely having that background definitely helps with getting things ready for this year, especially being a brand new program, because I didn't know what kind of coaching I'd get, coaching help rather, or anything of that matter. But definitely having that broad range of events definitely helped with our team and our coaching. So
you have some great athletes that we're going to talk with a couple of them tonight, but take us through over on the men's side, some athletes that stood out there at the University of Scranton.
So unfortunately we were a little injury ridden with a couple of our athletes. Kyle Robbins, he was actually great, a men's soccer athlete for the University of Scranton. He came out in the late November. He ran for us. He was a little injury ridden, but he actually ended up placing 6th in the 100. He also placed 6th in the long jump at conferences this past weekend. Mark Murley, you probably know the Murley name from around. He's related to all those Murleys. He placed for us in the long jump. He's our top finisher. He was 4th, I believe. David Gerace, who you'll talk to later, he came from behind on his last throw in the discus. He ended up winning the thing, which is pretty exciting, especially because he's a freshman. And our men's team is definitely is learning. We're learning. We're a hardworking group of young men, and we're ready to go. And it's actually funny. Our entire team, we kind of adopted the saying, like a hashtag stay hungry, because I told them, hey, Landmark Conference, this is our first year, and we're kind of feeling things out, but we're not done, and they're not going to hear the last. It's not the last they're going to hear of us, and I kind of had them adopt that saying because I want them to be hungry for more and not accept the places that we were at conferences, with the men finishing 6 out of 7 and our women finishing 7 out of 7. But we scored points. We've showed them, and we're only going to get better from here. So
let's head over to the women's side, and I know Caroline Banus has been outstanding, and she was in high school, and you know, she was going to the University of Scranton. There was no track and field program, and now here there is one, and it's great for her because she's just an incredible talent and a fabulous young lady.
Yes, definitely. She's a stud. I'm definitely excited to be working with her. Like I said, high jump is one of my better events. I've coached several All-Americans, including a two-time national champion in that event, both on the men's and the women's side. And having her on campus was definitely music to my ears and icing on the cake, because having a national caliber high jumper is definitely an interesting and exciting endeavor to have, because I feel that with my coaching anyway, I know I can do something with that, and it's a good start for our program, especially because indoors she was All-American, went to nationals and was an All-American And my goal for her, I told her, I was like, hey, honestly, I know you had a year off from jumping, but all I want is to jump higher than you jumped in high school, even with the year off. And we did just that. And that's why she went to NCAAs, and that's why she's an All-American. And we're looking forward to her continuing on and getting ready for nationals end of May. But other than that, we have a plethora of women that I'm really excited about. We have a hurdle crew: Chrissy Noonan, Bria DiBernardi, Jasmine Russo. Those three are talented, and they're very hardworking. Emily Way, she placed second at the conference championships. She's a freshman as well in the 400 hurdles. We're working on bringing her times down. Michaela Farrell, she was actually sick over the break, over the conference championship, but I know she's a hardworking athlete. My throwers, I mean, we just have I don't know, the entire women's team is definitely a team that they're hungry as well, and they're ready to go. And it's funny because I think they're really excited for next year. I know they're sad to see this year go by and to see the year end, but at the same time they're already asking me, hey coach, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And I'm kind of like beating them back. Hey, you guys need to take a break, rest for a week, and then we can start the grind. But I'm definitely excited for next year and the years to come, because I feel that, and my biggest thing was this team culture needed to be created and built in the proper way, and I think we've succeeded in doing that, and I'm definitely ready for years to come, and we're definitely picking up steam, and I don't know, the sky's the limit for the University of Scranton track and field.
Ozzie Brown, great to talk to you.
Definitely.
Congratulations on the gig, and a lot of success coming your way.
Yes, thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Caroline Banus is with us for the University of Scranton track and field program, and last time we talked was a couple of years ago, and there was no track and field in your future, and all of a sudden,
I know,
the University of Scranton gets track and field. You're a part of it, and boy, you're ripping it up already.
Yeah, it actually worked out. I picked the University of Scranton for like the school itself, and I wasn't planning on, well, they didn't have a track program my freshman year, and then towards the end they announced they were getting one, and it just all worked out actually. I knew I wanted to be on it as soon as I heard.
And what's the experience been like with Coach Brown, knowing his background? And, you know, he could do a little bit of everything, but in particular, really good at the jump, the high jump.
No, honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better coach. He has been so great. He cares about every single one of us, and obviously, he's so experienced and has so many great awards and everything.
Let's talk about him saying, okay, listen, I know what you jumped in high school. We got to get better than that. So talk about your best in high school, what that earned you, and now what you've earned at the college level. Yeah,
so I actually did PR this year. So in high school, I jumped 5'7", and at Cornell, I jumped 5'7" and about a quarter. So I was really happy about that. And this season has been really long, but lately I've been jumping higher than I have in high school, so around 5'6" average, I guess.
It's a great accomplishment. Yeah. Talk about the balance right now between the academics at the U, which is pretty challenging, and now you throw in this track and field thing, but you got that year under your belt to kind of get your feet wet.
I had to adjust a little, but it's been fine. I've been working it out.
Huge family. So take us through the whole family, what everybody's up to right now in your family.
So I have 5 siblings. None of them have done a sport in college. Actually, my brother has joined the golf team. So they've been coming to my track meets and supporting me. I love having a big family.
And as far as your folks being there for you as well?
Yes, they've come to just about every track meet, and they came all the way to Alabama for nationals, indoor nationals.
And let's talk about the team atmosphere. What's it like getting along? You got the guys and the girls and a big team at the University of Scranton for the first year. Yeah,
a lot of people came out. That's one thing I loved about joining this track team is I met so many new people I knew about, but now we've gotten so close, and it's honestly great. I love everyone on the team.
Coach Brown, has he set a height for you at some point? Does he think you could get somewhere?
Oh yes, he has high expectations. He wants me to aim for 6 feet, I guess. he believes in me.
All right, so at some point in that career, that's the big goal. You never know.
That's the high, yep.
All right, well, great to catch up with you. I'm so glad that you're utilizing your talents academically, athletically, here at the University of Scranton, and the best of luck going forward.
Yeah, thank you very much.
David Gerace is with us from the University of Scranton track and field program, and David, you're a thrower.
I'm a thrower, yeah. I throw discus and shot put.
Take us through what you like about each of them and what your background was with throwing in high school.
Well, in high school, I actually played basketball and baseball. I came out for track my senior year, and I started with shot put because it was the most simple of events. It's, I mean, compared to discus, discus has the full spin. It's a lot more technical. And I think in college, in high school, I didn't really have a discus coach. I had more of a shot put coach who knew a lot more about that. So getting to college and working with the coach I have now, I learned a lot more about the event. I got a lot better at it, and discus is now my favorite one. So
take us back to the high school days, where you're from, and what life was like back then.
Well, high school was a lot simpler, a lot easier, that's for sure. I actually graduated the valedictorian of my class in high school. Adjusting to college, that was definitely a struggle for me, and just the amount of time that track and field took up was a lot different than the other sports I played in high school. Like, college sports are definitely a lot more intensive, and it's hard to find a balance at first. Once you do, it's definitely worth it.
South Jersey guy?
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes from Philadelphia. I'm right over the bridge. If anybody knows where Rowan is.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. All right, let's talk a little bit about your major.
Yeah, I'm a nursing major, actually. Yeah, popular to contrary belief. Not a lot of men go into that.
Same as Caroline.
Yeah, we both are nursing majors.
Let's talk a little bit about the family atmosphere with the team, what that experience has been like for you.
I'd like to think we're very close as a team. We do a lot of team bonding. We do a lot of team dinners, and even outside of that, we hang out a lot. Like, the team just spends a lot of time together. And at first, since this is our first year as a program, we didn't really know anybody, and me as a freshman, I didn't know anybody coming in, but the people on the team are very welcoming, and it was definitely a great environment to be around.
Let's talk a little bit about your coach, Ozzie Brown. He got himself into a great position, and he's got a lot to offer.
That's for sure. I mean, he was a two-time national champion, so he knows his stuff. And just him as a person, he's a very approachable coach. He does a great job at explaining what he expects of you and his expectations for the team as a whole and what you need to do to get better. And I love his coaching style, and I wouldn't trade it.
Talk a little bit about your family and their support that they give you.
My parents, they live far, so they are like 2.5, 3 hours from most track meets. But my dad and my mom, they made almost all of the commutes to all the track meets, and it was great to see them there. My brother even drove up 5 hours to Cornell to watch me throw. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a role model in your life.
Well, growing up, I had a baseball coach who was an ex-White Sox player. His name was AJ Casario, and he really got me to love baseball as a sport, and he taught me how to work hard. And he'd always just tell me stories of the things that he would used to do growing up, and the amount of work that he had to put in to get to the point where he was, and it really motivated me to do my best in everything and try the best that I could to get what I wanted out of my life.
What do you think you have in you as far as some throws where you're at here in your freshman year, and what do you think the upside will be for you maybe a couple of years from now?
Yeah, coming in, I mean, I improved by 10 meters from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, and I think I could still go a lot further. I only need to throw on 5 or 6 more meters to get to nationals, and I'm hoping to try to qualify for that next year.
All right, David, well, congratulations on a great first year, and many more to come at the University of Scranton.
Thank you, appreciate it.